Hi everyone, welcome to TGIF, another Friday, another episode. We've heard this term which states data is omnipresent, insights are elusive. Yes, insights are elusive and many times they appear in dashboards as insights and then you act upon it. Is there a better way to act upon data? Answer is yes. To talk more about it, it's my pleasure to welcome Bishnu Agarwal, MTC Technical Architect, for a short conversation. Bishnu, welcome to TGIF.
Yeah, thank you, Sandeep. Thanks for having me today.
Wonderful. So quickly, let's start with the first question. So help us understand in simple terms, what is data activator?
Okay, definitely. So as you know, we speak to customers and we say that how do you build an end-to-end solution for all your analytical need?
Right.
I feel data is flowing in. We get insight out of it.
Right.
We see that insight in the form of a visualization.
Right.
So how do we automate this process?
Okay.
And that's where data activators comes handy. Right.
Okay.
So while the data is flowing in, if
Okay.
you have some business logic on the top of that, let's say you have a threshold, you want to take an action on the top of it,
Right.
you use data activators there.
Perfect. So that's a capability which is right now part of Microsoft Fabric,
Yes,
right?
that's correct.
Now, quickly, to use Activator to apply actions on the data, is there a role played by engineer, a data scientist, or a business user? Who uses this?
Okay. I would say that it is for everyone.
Okay.
In fact, data activators is built on the philosophy that it's a low-code, no-code platform.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. So you don't really need to program it.
So let's take an example, Bishnu. I know you have a demo that you prepared, but help us understand the example, real-world example where data activator can be applied.
Okay. So let me give you an example.
Sure.
Let's say that we have a logistic organization.
Correct.
And they have to deliver a number of parts.
Yeah.
Now there's a customer satisfaction that is attached to it.
Right.
And if there is a delay
Okay.
in shipping any of their goods,
Okay.
we can track it automatically using activators.
Okay.
So in my demo, I'm
Okay.
going to show you how do you do that automatically with real-time data flowing in,
Okay.
and you take action.
By the way, so the example you're talking about, I think people have solved it, right? So
Yeah.
your various technologies, frameworks, techniques available today,
Yeah.
where you can actually understand if there's going to be delay or not.
Yeah.
So how is this different from that?
Yeah. So one of the key concepts that Microsoft Fabric brings is it is unified architecture.
Okay.
So anything that you do as part of your data journey,
Okay.
like from ingestion to visualization,
Okay.
and from visualization to actions, has to be unified here.
Wonderful.
So hence, here everything is integrated together.
Perfect.
So you don't have to go into a different service altogether to do
Okay,
it.
okay.
It's available right there in a low-code, no-code fashion.
Wonderful. I think that makes sense because we always have made the statement, one architecture, one experience for
Yes.
Fabric. I think as data flows through, there are multiple techniques I've applied as part of engineering and science.
Yeah.
Now, as part of the workflow, I can also apply actions as data is being ingested or data is flowing through the system.
That's
wonderful. Awesome. So let's do a quick demo. Let's do that.
Let's do.
So first thing is that we have to log into powerbi.com, and once you log in with your credentials, you land into this page where you can see on the bottom left there is a data activator here, right? So when you click here, you see you can create a new reflex. New reflex means you can create a new actions or triggers on the top of your data. So let's move on to creating new reflexes. So here you see two tabs. One is the data tab and the design tab. Data tab is the tab where you want to connect to your data, which is existing in your Fabric environment, or connect to the event data, which is your real-time data. In this case, I'm connecting to a real-time data, which is shipment of orders in a logistic organization, right? So I can see real-time data coming in. So what I want to do, I want to check the average of transit time for any given city, and if it is crossing beyond certain limit, let's say 5 hours for that, in this case, I want to trigger an action which is sending an email to a concerned person saying that there is some issue at the city level and hence need to be checked manually. So in the design section, I have objects, which is my city in this case, because that is the base parameter which I am considering. At the city level, I want to create a trigger. I'll click on trigger. Trigger has three sections. One is the select section, detect section, and the act section. In the select section, I will select on the column which I want to monitor. In this case, it is hours in transit. And what I want to do, I don't want to do it at a granular level. Rather than that, I want to do at a summarized level, which is average over 1 hour of time. So I will select that average here. I can see the average of time across cities for transit. Now I want to detect whether it should be greater than, less than, or any other business logic which I want to implement. So in this case, I want to see, check any shipment across cities which is greater than 5 hours, and in the last 1 hour, how many times I see such instances. So I define all of those business logic here. Once I define that, I can act on it, which is my action and sending an email. Once I create it, I need to save it, start it, and click on send me a test alert. Once I click that, I should be able to see an email very soon. Okay, as you can see, a new email has just arrived with the timestamp, which is like 10:20 p.m. Indian IST time. And I can see that the average transit time for the following city is too high, and the city name is Federal Way.
Awesome. Vishnu, fabulous demo. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, I would say that what I've shown you is a true magic of microfabric, and which shows you how do you take from data to insight and from insight to actions.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for that. I think, as Vishnu rightly said, Fabric helps you deal with massive corpus of data. It's one experience, one architecture. Hence, for you to apply actions in coming data, Activator is a magician there. So with that, thanks for watching us today. Keep watching TGIF, and a wonderful Friday. A great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.